Hello, this is Leisha Breen with Journey to Greatness, 365 days to your best year yet. I hope you are having a fabulous day. Today I want to talk about bringing positive energy to wherever you go, regardless of what kind of day you have had so far or even what kind of week you have had so far. You have a choice, we all do, to bring what attitude we're going to be engaging in and experiencing going forward from this moment forward. You've probably heard that saying. I know you've heard that saying, I got up on the wrong side of the bed today. Or we often reach the conclusion that it's just one of those kind of days. And by doing so, we can perpetuate a day that's boring or sad or irritating or frustrating or frightening. The list goes on. And we don't even realize that we're doing it because you've probably heard this saying too, energy flows where your attention goes. And if something has happened from the time you got up in the morning, the coffee pot broke, you tripped over the dog, the car wouldn't start. All of these things start to accumulate and you will label, not necessarily you, but people have a tendency to label, I know I'm guilty of this, it's a bad day. And some of these little things may have happened at the beginning of your day. And then we start to notice a multitude of things that seem to just happen serendipitously. We link all those things together, and then the day becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It just continues on. And here's my awakening to all of this, is that when we allow that to turn into a self-fulfilling prophecy, it affects our mood and our attitude. And we bring more on. Subconsciously, we bring more of the same on. First of all, good and bad things happen all day. And if we're focused on the negative that has triggered us and put us in a bad mood, then we're going to start noticing more and more and more. We're going to have a tendency to ruminate, some people more than others. But that's when we start to spiral downward. We don't have to spiral downward. I, throughout my life, have had a tendency to do that. Something will trigger me. It doesn't happen that often, but when it does, when something triggers a fear or something triggers a hurt, I'll gnaw on it and I'll start to notice other things that will inflame or enhance that original causation that has hurt me or frustrated me or frightened me. And my spiral downward can go on for a while if I don't catch it in time. It's okay to notice things that trigger us, that set us off. What's not okay is to live there. To stop this is like a light switch. You can step back and choose how you're going to react. Just like if there's a situation coming at you at work or with a family member, you can step back and choose your response to any circumstance. And just like spiraling downward emotionally, when we've allowed circumstances to kind of accumulate and start triggering us and causing us to focus on only the negative or only some specific negative that's causing us to become more and more irritated or upset, we can step back, take a deep breath, acknowledge what it is that it has upset us, but then start working on gratitude. Start focusing on what we're grateful for. Some people, and I will have to admit, there's been times that I have enjoyed wallowing in my pity. But as I grew into adulthood in my later years, I realized it wasn't serving me or anyone around me, because not only was my mood harming myself and I wasn't being efficient or effective in that state, but I was bringing down other people. I would want to bring other people into my misery. And that's not really very fair. So now when I find myself spiraling downward, I might talk to a friend about it, but sometimes even talking about it only makes it worse. So meditation, as I often talk about, really helps me center myself again. And I might do a little longer meditation if I found myself spiraling downward to help myself snap out of it. Exercise really helps if you're spiraling downward, because it increases the endorphins in your brain. They're the happy drug in your brain that you produce yourself. But exercise really helps. If you're having a problem within yourself where you're having your own temper tantrum and it seems to have gotten out of control and you're ruminating, exercise. Exercise more than you are right now. If you take a walk around the block, take 3 walks around the block. If your gym's back open, get over to the gym and lift some weights. Release some of that pent-up energy. Do something with it. And meditate. Meditate and calm the mind. And then if you're still feeling bothered, then write out what you're grateful for. Write out all the things that are good in your life. And do it right away. Don't let this spiraling downward waste any more time than it already has. There is no bad luck in a particular day or a particular week. There's bad things that happen to all of us, but it isn't some magical force that's coming down and has cast a spell on you. It's just that you're focusing. Once one frustrating thing has happened and another frustrating thing has happened, it's now become you focusing on the negative, and then even, unfortunately, creating some of that. You can choose to enter a room with a lot of joy and a great attitude. That choice is up to you. You can bring your positive mood and spread it to everyone who's in that room, and it will affect everyone who's in that room. And while you should allow yourself to experience painful emotions at times, in some situations it may be appropriate to fake it till you make it. Give yourself that gift of positive energy and everybody else that you come into contact with. This is still something that I work on in my life. But when things go wrong, take the power back and focus on what you're grateful for. If you're really feeling upset, get out there and exercise a little bit harder than you already are. This will help raise your vibration or your mood, your attitude. And reflect on what you are grateful for. Reflect on what you're grateful for. Now, I hope I've given you something to think about. This may not seem like a very heady topic because a lot of us don't really pay attention. And when our moods start to get worse and we allow them to go down the drain, well, it ruins everything that we touch, or it's destructive. And it doesn't help us get any closer to the things that we're trying to accomplish. It's a setback for sure. So don't do that to yourself. So let's get into our mindfulness meditation. And I want you to know, first of all, I'm grateful for you listening today. I don't know who you are, but I see you on my statistics screen in Spreaker and in some of the other sites. So thank you. And if you're ever interested in reaching out to me, please do so. I would love to know who you are. All right, let's get settled. Let's sit up straight and take a very dignified posture. And let's get to work for our mini mindfulness meditation. Okay, are you ready? Today we are going to repeat positive statements about ourselves. Now to begin, close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to do this 3 times together. All right, deep breath in and release. Deep breath in and release. Deep breath in and release. We are going to reflect on the positive things about us by using I am statements. The first one we will practice is I am strong, I am capable. As you inhale, silently tell yourself, I am strong. As you exhale, silently tell yourself, I am capable. So deep breath in, I am strong. And a deep breath out, I am capable. Now repeat this 5 times. Deep breath in and exhale. 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 Next, we are going to do the same thing, only this time we will tell ourselves, I am important when we inhale, and I am special when we exhale. Please repeat that 5 times while you inhale and then exhale. I am important. I am special. Please go ahead. When you are finished, we will do the exercise one last time. This time, you will come up with your own I am statements. What truths do you need to remind yourself of? Do you remind yourself that you're beautiful? Do you need to remind yourself that you are enough? That you are smart? Or is it something else? Once you have come up with your statements, repeat the exercises through 3 full breaths. Begin now. Remember this today. You are extraordinary. Now you can open your eyes. I want to thank you for being with me today. And I wanted to share the lesson that I recently became reacquainted with this week, is that we have the choice and the personal power to respond to what we have. We have a choice to respond as to how we're going to take information in and how we're going to react to it. We don't have to allow ourselves to spiral downward. We just don't have to do that. We have a choice. And through snapping out of that bad attitude or that bad mood, we can shift our focus to what we're grateful for. We can meditate and raise our vibration that way, calm our mind, and we can exercise to release some endorphins to help bring out that happy mood, to reinforce the mental work that we're doing. We don't have to live in misery. We have a choice regardless of how scary or bad things get. We can choose our attitude. And it sounds cliche, but it happens to be up to us, each one of us. I hope I've given you something to think about today. Be bold, be brave, and always, always be your authentic self. Until we meet again.